Were humans in Thailand getting high off betel nuts 4,000 years ago? Scientists believe they have found the earliest biochemical evidence of people chewing the popular psychoactive plant. Piper betel leaf, the areca nut, limestone paste, tobacco, and bark filaments are often combined to get a high. Payawat Munkum. Key takeaways: ancient betel nut use. Scientists analyzed preserved dental plaque from a woman at a 4,000-year-old burial site and said they found evidence of betel nut use. Outside researchers say more evidence is needed to establish that betel nut chewing was happening at that time. From South Asia to the Pacific Islands, people chew betel nut. When munched by habitual users, the seed of the areca palm fruit stains the teeth. And the practice, which typically involves the nut being chewed inside a betel pepper leaf with lime, has reported psychoactive effects, including increased alertness and euphoria. However, due to its high association with oral cancers, the practice has steadily gone out of fashion. Government intervention measures have also dissuaded use. In the 1940s, the government in Thailand, for example, launched a campaign to cut down on betel nut chewing. India, too, has promoted campaigns to discourage the traditional practice. Now a new study, published this week in the journal Frontiers in Environmental Archaeology, aims to shed light on the history of betel nut chewing. By providing the first direct biochemical evidence of chewing dating back 4,000 years in Southeast Asia, the study helps reinforce that betel nut consumption is a repeated practice that has been done for centuries. Payawat Munkum, an anthropological archaeologist at Chiang Mai University in Thailand and study co-author, grew up watching his grandparents chew betel nut. He says that although the plant has undeniable health consequences, chewing may have been done through history for those seeking health benefits, including possibly for stress relief and treatment for mental illness. Munkum hopes that by using archaeology to better understand the long-standing history of betel nut use, people are able to see the plant from a more nuanced perspective. In order to test whether the remains showed evidence of betel nut consumption, researchers analyzed 36 samples of dental calculus from 6 individuals at the Nong Ratchawat burial site in Thailand. Picture the calcified plaque that's scraped from your teeth when you get a deep cleaning at the dentist. Roger Forshaw, a biological anthropologist at the University of Manchester in England who was not involved in the study, says that dental calculus is like an archaeological time capsule, because it doesn't deteriorate and can preserve microscopic evidence from a person's life such as the diet they may have consumed. In the study, researchers identified arecoline and aracadin as the main determining compounds of betel nut chewing residue. The compounds were identified in a sample made to mimic betel nut consumption, using a combination of dried betel nut fruit, pink limestone paste, betel leaves and saliva. Scientists were then able to find the compounds in 3 of the 36 samples, all associated with a single female burial from 4,000 years ago. Were humans in Thailand getting high off betel nuts 4,000 years ago? The burial site at Nong Ratchawat. Payawat Munkum. According to Shannon Tushingham, an anthropologist at the California Academy of Sciences and study co-author, this doesn't necessarily mean that the other individuals in the burial site did not consume betel nuts. Though this specific individual may have been special to her community, a variety of other factors including the extent of individuals' betel nut use and the conditions of their preservation may have also affected the researchers' ability to detect consumption. For Tushingham, one of the most intriguing aspects of this study was the fact that though the individual held biochemical evidence of betel nut consumption in her dental calculus, the burial site lacked the traditional markers of betel nut use, such as the signature stained teeth or betel nut shells. According to Munkum, while other archaeological sites have contained remnants of the plants, including at a 9,000-year-old burial site in the Spirit Cave in northwest Thailand, or stained teeth, other studies have not proved direct consumption. Yet Miriam Stark, an archaeologist at the University of Hawaii at Manoa who was not involved in the new study, says that it's still too soon for the researchers to claim that they've found the earliest evidence of betel nut chewing in Southeast Asia. Stark says that the Nong Ratchawat site the researchers took samples from has not been well documented in comparison with other sites in the region, specifically noting that more radiocarbon dating needs to be conducted to better verify the site's age. For Stark, the study's finding represents a start, the potential to use dental calculus as a technique to further study betel nut consumption, which has historically been difficult to research. It looks like a really good technique, and I hope that it can be applied to a bunch of well-documented sites, she says. Stark also emphasizes the importance of archaeologists exploring more ways to find evidence of betel nut use at sites, beyond traditional artifacts. Stark also emphasizes the importance of archaeologists exploring more ways to find evidence of betel nut use at sites, beyond traditional artifacts. Christina Castillo, an archaeobotanist at University College London who also did not contribute to the new research, additionally suggests that the detection of betel nut use requires more evidence than just dental calculus. In a 2022 paper published in Economic Botany, Castillo outlined some of the challenges with identifying betel nut use in Southeast Asia. Among these is the fact that the betel nut belongs to the genus Erica, of which there are 51 different species. According to Castillo, it's still unclear whether ericaline and ericaden, which the researchers used to identify betel nut consumption, are only found in betel nuts. Other species from the same genus may share the betel nut's biochemical signature, the red liquid produced after chewing betel nut, Piowet muncum. Moreover, Castillo says that how the betel nut was able to travel to Thailand as early as 4,000 years ago still isn't evident. The plant is believed to be native to Malaysia or the Philippines. While Forshaw says that dental calculus can be used to solve even more long-standing historical mysteries that may be invisible to the naked eye, Castillo says that archaeologists shouldn't rely on biochemical evidence alone to draw historical conclusions. I find that all new sciences that are based only on a single source of evidence without a physical side, for example, plant remnants, Castillo says, should actually be strengthened with more evidence.